Hello everybody, my name is Jasmine. You might know me as Marisol from TikTok, and today I want to give you a slow step-by-step tutorial on how to make a Norige bracelet like this. You might have seen it in KPop Demon Hunter. So let's go. So first, we'll start with what we'll need today. Two 80cm long threads of a color that you'd like. I'd recommend using thread that is 2 millimeters thick. You'll also need one more string of 30 centimeters, also 2 millimeters thick. Could be one of the colors you already chose or a separate color, depends on you. We're also gonna need scissors, a lighter, and just normal tape. Also, if you don't have a mat with measurements like I do, please also make sure that you have a ruler by your side. And without further ado, let's get started. To start off, take your 80 centimeter long threads, take them into one hand like this, just side by side, and now we're going to make a normal knot. This knot doesn't need to be nice, tight or anything, it's just gonna be there to hold the strings in place while we work, just like this. Now continuing, you need to do a bit of measuring, so from roughly the start of your thread, maybe plan a little bit extra. In general, the rule is rather have too much string than too less string. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to start to measure until 11 centimeters, like this. And this is where we want to roughly start knotting. So now that we measured and are fully set up, we're going to do our first real knot, called the Dorae Maedeub. Maedeub means knot, and Dorae doesn't really have a translation. It refers to this exact knot, but Dorae can also kind of mean a loop, and it refers to the form of this knot. But I think for simplicity, we could refer to it as the Korean X knot since it looks like an X. So start by taking your bottom thread, in my case that's the blue one, and create a loop. You're going to put the thread for the loop behind those two, like this, hold it in place. And now what we're going to do is going to take the end of the blue thread and pull it through the loop. While doing that, make sure to hold everything in place here still, like this. So now what we're gonna do, if I move the thread we just pulled through a little, you can see this tiny bit of the loop right here. And what we're going to do is to pull on this one so that this loop up here closes. I know that sounds a bit complicated, but let's just start. Just pull. Try to not pull on this side where it goes towards the end of the thread, but on this side. So pull, pull. As you can see, the loop up here closed and we kind of created another loop. That's a bit large now, so I'm just going to pull on the end of the string to make it a bit tighter. Like that. And also, to better hold it in place later on, I will just push it like this. If you see, just push it and hold it in place with my thumb. So right now it looks like this. Behind my thumb it looks like that. And now we're going to continue. We're gonna take the violet thread this time and again create a loop behind the blue loop that we already have. Also make sure that when you create the loop, you hold the string in place behind the blue loop. So your setup should look like this. Now we're going to take the end of the violet thread and pull it through both loops. It's important that you do it from the front so that it first goes to the blue, through the blue loop. Just like this. And now it's time to pull the knot tight. To start this off, we're going to pull on the end of the blue string, like this. And now, don't start by pulling on the end of the violet string first. You see this part right here? It connects to this loop. and we're going to pull it a bit towards us, like that. And then you can finally pull on the violet string. Don't pull it too tight yet though. You can already kind of see the X shape that we want forming. Make sure it's all nice and even. Make sure it still fits your measurements. I got a bit of extra space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it a bit to the left side. How am I going to do that? So right now the knot is still pretty loose, and I'm just going to slowly push string from this side towards the right side and simultaneously push the knot. Push, push. I will do that until I like the position where it is. If your knot gets out of form in between, just correct it a bit with your fingers. So like this. Going to pull it a bit tighter and measure again. Yeah, it's not at 11, but I think it's fine. So I'm going to pull it really, really tight because I want it to last. Pull. You can pull on all strings at the same time or pull them individually. Just make sure that you have this X shape going on. Also, always take a look at your backside if it also looks nice. Okay, first knot done. The next knot we're going to do is called the Saengjjog Maedeub. Saengjjog Maedeub is translated to clover leaf knot also, so maybe that's easier to remember. For this one, I don't like to hold it horizontally, I'd like to hold it vertically. So, going on from here, start by forming a loop with your left string. In this case for me, it's the violet string. This time the loop is just like squished together string, not going over each other or anything. So hold that in place. Then take the rest of your purple string and pull it around your loop once. So from the front, pull it around your loop and then squish it to the side so that you can hold the rest of the thread and the loop together, like this. Should look something like that. Make sure you hold it very well. I'm going to pull a bit on this side because I want the loop to be a bit larger. And now I'm going to take the blue string, again make a loop, again just squish the string together, and now we're going to push it through the violet loop. Make sure that you don't push it in from behind but from the front. Just push it through there. Now comes the more complicated part. You need a bit of dexterity to be able to do that, but I'm sure you can. So I'm just going to reach through the blue loop like this with my fingers and grab the thread and the loop that I'm holding in place with my thumb. Just going to grab them and pull them a bit through the blue loop. Should look like this to you. Now try to hold that all in place. Take the end of the blue loop, take the end of the black thread and push it through the violet thread or that kind of loop that is created here now, and make sure that you stay above the blue loop. Just pull it through like that. Now I'm going to take it horizontally again. And now comes a bit of a harder part. So right now the knot doesn't look much like anything and we need to pull it tight so that it does look like something. For reference, let me show you a Saengjjog Maedeub that I've already done. So as you can see right here, this is a Saengjjog Maedeub, and the string in the Saengjjog Maedeub flows as follows. The string goes in from the top through the behind, makes a turn, goes here in the front and to the first loop, takes a turn and goes out the knot again. and the same on the other side. So the string goes in, makes a turn into the loop, makes a turn and out of the knot again. So what we need to do is to find these two loops so that we can pull on them to really pull the knot tight. This might be a bit hard if you're not too used to the knot, but I'm going to show you how I usually do it. So right now I can see that the blue string is kind of going through here and then makes a turn to this one. So I think that's the blue loop. If you're still not sure, you can also pull a bit on the top on the bottom string and you'll kind of see that square shape forming here. And now you can see, aside from the square shape, there are two axis loops. So this one right here on the bottom and this one right here. So I'm just going to start to pull on them. If you can't see it from one side, you can also flip the knot around and maybe it's better visible from the other side. Just try around a bit. It's really hard to get at the beginning, but I'm sure you can make it. So now let's just pull on those. Also pull on the top and the bottom string. You can pull them individually if you'd like. And now you can already see the knot kind of forming. Right now everything's really messy. We got a lot of excess thread over here and there's a lot of thread in the loops, but don't worry, we'll fix that in a second. I just like to pull it a bit tighter first so that I can pull and push on individual strings rather than on everything at once. So let me just pull that tight really quick. And don't forget guys, this is not meant to be easy. It's a bit hard. It's like an old craft, so it's not going to be that easy. Okay, now we're going to first get rid of all this blue excess string we have right here. So if you look at the knot, the string goes into the knot right here. So I'm going to pull that excess string into the knot. So now I see that the string continues to flow this way and into this loop, so I'm going to pull there. Also, it's really fine if you don't get where you need to pull from the get-go. Just try to follow the string where it flows. So right now it goes through here. Yeah. Don't be worried if it looks a bit ugly in between, that's fine. We're just going to gradually fix it. So right now I want to do the same thing for the violet string. And it's fine to take your time with this. I think I pull more on knots than I actually make knots, to be honest. So, looks better already, but I'm not quite satisfied with the form, and I think that the loops right here are still too big. So I'm going to redistribute the string a bit more. So like this. Congratulations, we have made a Saengjjog Maedeub. Yeah, I think that will be good enough for now. So next up, we're going to repeat the process for the Dorae Maedeub. This time, my purple string is on the bottom, so I'm just going to take this, create a loop, sure that you put the loop behind the string. Then you're going to pull the purple thread through the loop. From the thread that you just pulled through, pull on the bottom to shut the first loop. Again, you can pull on the string to make the loop a bit smaller and push it to the side to better hold it in place. Now take the blue string, make a loop, make sure to put it behind the purple loop. Take the blue string and pull it through both loops. Now first pull on your purple string to tighten. Then pull down here on your blue thread to close this loop. And then pull on the blue thread. Again, you can see the X forming, but it's really far away from the Saengjjog Maedeub, from the Clover-Knot, and we don't want this to happen. So again, I'm just going to push the string a bit into the knot, pull a bit tight from the other side from time to time. Just a bit of pulling and pushing until it's close. A bit more. And when I'm liking the position, I'm starting to pull everything really, really tight. Just pull, pull, pull. Yeah, and I think that's fine so far. Coming up is the Gughwa Maedeub. Gughwa means chrysanthemum. So again, I'm holding what I've already made, my string, I'm holding it horizontally. And now I'm going to do the following. I'll take the left thread, in this case my purple thread, hold it in my left hand, and I'm going to take 2 fingers of my right hand. I'm going to place what I've already made behind those 2 fingers. You can hold it in place like this with your ring finger if that's easier. And then I'm just going to make 2 loops with the purple string around my fingers. Let's do that again. You hold it like this. Blue thread goes out the back here. And you're going to make 2 loops. 1, 2, like this. Now you want to switch that to your other hand just so you can hold it better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left index finger, push it through the 2 loops I just created, and grab what I already made as well. We're going to adjust this a bit. I want this to be further along my index finger. What you've already made should stick out to the front like this. And the rest of your lilac thread should go out the back like this. You can pull the loops a bit tighter, just try that they're even at that you can hold them well. So for this knot, it's a bit difficult to hold everything in place, but I'm sure that you make it. Just try a couple of times. I swear it's going to work after a bit. Okay. Now take the blue thread and make a loop. This time it crosses. And hold that in place between your index and your middle finger, like this. This is a bit small right now, so if you pull on this end, you can get a bit more string into the loop. Now when you have everything like this, you want to twist the loop once towards you and put it over the 2 purple loops, like this. Again, You twist it once towards you, like this. Pull it over the 2 purple loops. Well, come on, get through. Come on. Okay. And then you tuck it in again between your index and your middle finger and twist it once away from you. Now with this setup, we're going to take the end of the purple string. We're going to pull it through the 2 purple loops. Put the rest of the blue string over the purple string, like this. It should go over the purple string. Pull the purple string through the blue loop here in front. It's important that it goes in from the back. Pull that through. And once again through the 2 purple loops, this time from the other side, like this. Try to hold it all in place. Now we're going to take the blue loop again, twist it once towards us so that here is no more eggs. Before it was like this, but we want this to be open. Again, you can pull a bit on the string to get some more. Then twist it once towards you, pull it over the 2 purple loops, and finally again twist it once away from you. It's just the same step as we did before. We're also going to do the same thing with the purple thread again. So push it through the purple loops, put it underneath the blue string, through the blue loop from behind, and through the purple loops from the other side. So now to continue the knot, we want to take a bit of a different grip to this. So carefully remove your fingers, and what you'll look for right here is the 2 purple loops that we pulled everything over. Those 2, they're really close together right here. I'm going to open them up a bit with my right hand. Going to push my index finger through here. Take out my left index finger and pull it through the middle. Again, this is a bit tricky. Just try a couple of times. If you need to, pause the video and watch what the knot looks like right now. I'm sure that you can do it. And we're going to continue using the blue string right now. And what you see here between those 2 purple loops, it should be 4 strings. 2 purple and 2 blue. What we're going to do now is we're going to put the blue thread underneath every purple thread. So we're going to go under this one, over the blue thread, under this one, and again over the blue thread. Let's do that really, really slowly. So you come here from the side, go underneath this purple thread, like this. Pull it. Then we put it over the blue thread right here and under the purple thread right here. It's a bit like weaving in the thread. Let me just put that under here, like this. Pull it. So as you can see, between the 2 loops, the blue thread goes under, over, under, over. Now, we're going to need to flip this knot. To make sure we're on the same page, just grab everything like you see right now with your hand, like this. Put your hand over it, take out your finger slowly, and flip your hand. If you didn't get that, don't panic, just repeat that step. Just rewind a bit and repeat that step. So from the other side, our knot should look like this. If you look really closely, you can see our 2 purple loops here again. And we want to get a similar grip like we did on the other side. So from the left side, I'm just going to put my index finger through the middle of the knot. And once again, you should be able to see like the 4 strings over the 2 loops again. This time blue, purple, blue, purple. So before we start weaving in the thread again, we need to do one more step. You see on the top purple loop, the very end right here, this one. We want to take our blue thread and pull it through there from the top. See, just pull it through there from the top. Perfect. And now we'll start the weaving again. Again, it goes under each purple thread. So in this case, this one and this one. So we go over this one, put it underneath here. Give me a second. Then you pull that. It goes over this blue one. And again under the purple one. Like this. Okay. You should see this kind of net structure, and I know it still doesn't look anything like we want the knot to look like. But let's start to pull on it. So as you can see, we have this net-like structure here in the middle. We also have already one of those twisted loops visible. That's one we want to pull. In general, we want to pull 3 blue loops on this side and 3 purple loops on this side. When you watch the knot closely, you can see that at the end of the knot, there are those tiny loops that kind of go outwards. And that's exactly the ones we want to pull. So this one, this one, this one up here. Let's look for the purple ones. Seems like this one, and this one. And now I'm just going to start to slowly pull the knot into shape. When I'm doing this, I'm trying to always put the loops on opposite sides so that it gets really nice and tight. So pull on these 2, pull on these 2, pull on these 2. You can also pull on the top and bottom from time to time. Just take your time with it. Don't get side of the shape of the knot, and then you should be fine. If you want to, you could also just put 3 fingers into the loops and then just pull. You see, it's a bit crooked right now, but it's already starting to get into shape. Okay. Before I want to pull that really nice and tight, I want to get rid of a bit of the excess thread over here in the loops because I don't want them to be that big on the bracelet. I think the excess thread here on top is almost fine. Maybe I'll pull a tiny bit. And again, for this knot, I know with this one it's a bit more complicated, but you want to follow the flow of the thread. So as you can see, the purple one goes in right here, weaves through here, makes a turn to the other side, and then goes into the loop. So we're going to start pull from top to bottom. As I said, it goes in here, so I'm going to pull on the bottom end of this a bit. You can see the thread comes from the top, and I pull that into the first loop. Pull it nice and tight. And then again, I continue with the flow of the string. So I can see that it goes here and goes into here. If you're not quite sure, you can just like test pull a bit where the thread goes, Just take your time with it. Now let me just pull that a bit. I'm going to pull them a bit tighter than I want them to be in the end right now, so that in the end I can pull my knot very, very tight. So I'm going to further follow the string. Of course, that's a bit easier if you already know where the string goes, but as I said, you're going to make it. You just take your time. Like this for now. And now we're going to do the same thing with the other side. So follow the string. Should look something like this right now. So you can see the middle's a bit loose, like there are holes, if you can see that. So I'm going to pull tighter. Going to just pull on the loops again. Right now I'm at a stage where it's almost pretty nice and tight, so I'm going to watch out for any irregular stuff in the pattern, and I'm trying to even that out. When you do this, make sure to also flip your knot to the back sometimes. When it's a bit too tight, you can also just like pull and push the knot a bit, just bend it a bit. But I'm thinking that this looks fine right now. We have made a Gughwa Maedeub. As you can see, we finished over half of our bracelet design already. And right now on this side, we're going to just repeat this part again. I'm going to do that a bit faster right now. If you need a tutorial again for this one slowly, then please look at the beginning of the video again. There's no shame in taking your time. But I'm going to do them a bit faster right now for the people who can already follow along. So again, starting with a Dorae Maedeub, or in Korean X knot, I'll take my bottom string, make a loop, pull the string through, pull on the string down here, flip the loop, make a loop with the purple string, hold that in place, pull the purple string through both loops, and start tightening by pulling on the blue string, then on the bottom of the purple string, and finally like this. Now, as you can see, it's very far away again from our Gughwa Maedeub or our Chrysantheum-Knot, so I'm just going to push and pull, push, pull, push, and pull, push, pull, a bit more. I think I like that, so I'm going to pull everything very nice and tight. If you want to redistribute anything right now, you still can. I think that looks fine for now, but you still could if you wanted to. Let's go on with our Clover-Knot or Saengjjog Maedeub. Again, make a loop. Pull the thread of the same color around it. Squish it and hold it in place. Make a loop with the purple thread. Push it through. Then grab through that and grab the blue thread like this. Pull it through the loop. And on the top half from behind, pull through your purple thread. Very nice. Flip it to the side. Start pulling. As you can see, we can already see the square forming. We can see the excess loops. Pull on them. Just push and pull. Now it's a bit tight, so I'm starting to redistribute the string. Again, I just follow the flow of the string. Pull it through here, into the loop. Pull a bit tight to not lose the shape of the knot. And continue on with that. Okay, very nice. I think that's good enough. And finally again, another Dorae Maedeub or X knot. And now we're done with the most difficult part. Now the only thing that is left to do is to actually make that into a bracelet. So with this setup that we have right now, first let's untie our holding in place knot. We don't need this one anymore. Now, as you can see, we don't have this like two-colored look yet that the original bracelet has. So I'm going to cut off one of the colors on each side. So I think on this side I'm going to cut off the blue thread and on this side the purple thread. So let's do that. Just cut it off pretty close to the knot, just like this. And on the other side, make sure that it's the other color you cut off on the other side, not this one. Cut that off. Perfect. Now for the next step, we're going to need our lighter. If you are a child, please get a guardian, a parent, whoever can help you. Don't do this alone, you can burn yourself. So right now I want to set the ends that we just cut off. So I'm going to hold the thread off the way, turn on my lighter, just heat that end we just cut off and push it down with the lighter. I want it to be really close to the knot so that it never unties. Push it down. You can also do it with your hand, but please be really careful not to burn yourself. Should look something like this now. We're going to repeat the same step on the other side. Push it down. Nice. So we're going to measure around 11 centimeters and try to make a knot over there. So from your last Dorae Maedeub to the end of the thread around 11 centimeters, try to make a normal knot there. Just a normal knot. Make sure that the measurements are still alright. Then put a second knot over that, making it a double knot. Make sure to pull that really tight. Gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just going to measure, make my knot, remeasure, make a second knot over it so it's a double knot. And now we're going to cut off the excess again and again set it with a lighter. That's that. Now the only thing that is left to do is to make it into an actual bracelet. Right now we're going to need our trusted tape. I'm going to put my bracelet into position like this. When we wear the bracelet, we want the strings to go like this, so I'm pulling them into the position already. I'm trying to make sure that they lay side by side so that the next step will be easier for me. They don't need to be evened out right now. That's not important. You just need to have enough space here in the middle. Then I'm going to take some tape, tape them down here on the top and on the bottom. Now remember that 30 centimeter long string I said that you were going to need? We're going to use that right now. Take your thread and start to put it underneath the threads from your bracelet once. Make sure that the sides are even. And now we're going to start knotting the closure for the bracelet or the adjustable part. We're going to start by taking one side. You can start on either side, but I'm taking the left side right now. And I'm going to pull it over to the right side like this. Then I take the string from the right side, pull it over the string, underneath the bracelet, and through this loop up here, this. So we're basically making a knot around our bracelet. Then we're going to pull it tight. Make sure that it's nice and sturdy, but not too tight, because we need to pull on our bracelet to adjust it. Perfect. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but starting with the other side. So this time I'm taking the right side first, pull it over, put the string from the left side over this one from the right side, pull it underneath the bracelet and through the loop up here. So again, a knot around the bracelet. Pull it nice and tight. And now we're just going to repeat that process with every time alternating the side until we're satisfied. You can just make however many knots you like. The smaller you make this part, the more string you will have flapping around at the end. So do it to your own liking. Okay, I think I'm quite satisfied with this. So right now I'm going to take off the tape, throw that away. You can also reuse it if you'd like, but I find that mine isn't sticky enough to do that. So now the only thing that's left to do is to cut off the excess from this one. Again, set up with a lighter. Make sure that it's really set well so that your bracelet doesn't untie one day. And now we're done with the bracelet. You can make it larger if you pull on those two sides of the string. Just pull, pull. And you can slide it on, pull on both strings, tighten it. It's a bit hard to do by yourself, but I'm sure that you'll be able to do that. If not, you can probably also get help. And this is the bracelet. I kind of like the dangly bits here of thread. If you don't like that, you can make them shorter, but I think that looks good so far. Congratulations on your bracelet, and thank you so much for watching my tutorial. I hope you could follow along well. If you have any questions left, let me know down below in the comments. Bye! Thank you.